rediscovered that over the last 3 games, and particularly, that from the second quarter onwards, it just seemed like this is the Wildcat basketball we expect. I mean, do you agree with that?
Yeah, well, we kind of weren't happy the way we were playing. It was, I can't remember what game it was, and just looking at it, we didn't have each other's back, and that was my biggest concern, that you play for your teammate. And we got away from defensively. We were giving up some really big scores, and I think there was a few guys that went off for the high 30s, 40s against us. That's not us. So it was really marrying what we stand for, and we're either buying in or, we're going to get pummeled. So, and to the credit, the guys have been working really hard, and our defence is outstanding. To hold Sydney, 8 points one quarter, 14 points another quarter is, fabulous.
What was the turnaround after that first period? Because they were on a bit of a roll. You guys had that great start. They had the 10 straight points, sort of took that momentum, crowds up and about. What did you tell the guys at the end of the first quarter to kind of turn that around and really start locking down defensively? Yeah,
well, I thought we gave them some energy points, which is offensive rebounds. I think Bogut had 3 offensive rebounds, and there was a 50-50. The ball hit the floor and we're kind of standing around, and they hit a 3. And that kind of stuff, if you want to win on the road, you can't allow that. The crowd gets involved, it gets everybody energised, and it was more so if we clean that up, we're okay. Because I felt we were moving the ball quite good. We were finding shooters open, and we had our counters ready. And, it was just staying the course.
And how important has Nick Kay been to this run? I mean, he nearly had a triple-double tonight, and he really goes about it with a minimum of fuss, doesn't he? But he's a guy that just makes play after play for you.
Yeah, and he's done that consistently all year. I would be surprised, he should be the first team, but I don't know what the other teams. But he's been our one most consistent player out there. If it's a 48-minute game, it's nearly a triple-double. At a 40-minute game, when you're getting 7 and 8 rebounds and 8 assists, it's pretty good if your 4-man is leading your team in assists. So that's a good part where the ball keeps on moving. It doesn't stick in his hands. He plays team-first mentality. He'll put his body on the line. He's a great teammate, and we're so glad we got him.
And you made a change. You started out with Cotton on Randall. You kind of got off the chain early, and then you made that switch to Damo. And was that by design, or just as far as the flow of the game went?
Yeah, a little bit of flow of the game, but it's always good to have Damo in your back pocket, isn't it? It's we had to alter things a little bit without Mitch. Obviously, it's a tag team with Damo and Mitch out there, so we had to change that a little bit. But yeah, Damo's smart enough and being around. If someone starts to get a roll, he just nod, wink, wink. You take him, I'll take him. So, and that's where his pride is. His personal pride just wants to beat you one-on-one, and it's priceless.
Clint, coming into the season, obviously you came in late last year, and do you feel like you're starting to really find your feet and find your role in this group?
I think I found my role earlier on this year. It may just be starting to show dividends now, but I mean, whenever I've been given the opportunity to get out there early and be aggressive, I've been able to make shots and contribute and help us and open up the floor. And I think I love the role that I'm in now. Obviously, you're not going to have great nights all the time, but when you do, you got to make the most of them.
Is it fun to play in a system like Trevor's, where they're running a lot of action for you and Bryce, especially those pin downs, you're coming high off those curl cuts and getting open looks? I mean, as a shooter, and then you've got Bryce Cotton and Damian Martin who are great passers. That's got to be great for you to know that you've got those guys to just get you the ball off that sort of action.
Absolutely. I mean, Bryce and T take a lot of attention, and so someone's going to be open, whether it's the big guys inside or they collapse down, then we've got to be ready to shoot. And I mean, it's not quick hitter plays or anything. It's just Bryce and T and Damo and those guys being super aggressive, bigs being aggressive, which puts them to a rotation, so someone's going to be wide open, yeah.
And talked about the bigs being aggressive, and just getting Bogut in that third foul. I mean, how critical was that in the course of the game?
Yeah, he was nice and aggressive out there, and Angus's start, he was turning in the corner, he was going through like a flat patch, but I think the last 3 games he's really turned the corner and been a focal point for us. And same thing, we're doing a better job of getting the ball where he needs to get the ball so he can work. The same thing, he's unselfish as well, he'll pass that ball off, and pretty happy with his progression.
And finally, just getting this amazing double against 2 very, very good teams that were coming in with some form. how much confidence do you think that gives the group as a whole heading to the rest part of it? It's still a very tough schedule ahead for everybody.
Right. Yeah, just probably the Melbourne game really gave us some direction that we were doing. We probably lost it, and every team goes through that period of time. So hopefully it's over with us and we can keep getting that momentum going into the right time of the season. And this is when you want tough games. You want tough games going into the finals to sharpen you up. And, we've got tough games coming up to all the way through the season.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.